Welcome back to the Bonafide Truth. I'm your host, Bonafide Soldier, and today we're gonna also be discussing excuses over empathy when bad parenting is allowed. Why are we allowing bad parenting, first of all? Why are we allowing children to suffer because of beliefs or taboos or some type of disillusion that we have to where parents are this untouchable monolith? They can't be corrected. They can't be told that they're wrong. They can't be told what they're doing is disruptive. They can't be told that they are destroying their child's life, that they are even throwing away their child's life, or that they have harmed their child. The only time you care about it is when it's fully domestic, when it's fully abusive, when they fully latch on or dive into beating the brakes off of their children to the point where they need to get arrested for it. That's when you step in. You don't step in when they're being disrespectful. You tell the child not to stand up for themselves. You say, well, that's your mom and dad. They're your elders, so respect them. But how does the child get respect? When will the child get respect? What if the child is a grown-up? Why don't they just respect the grown-up then, huh? Why is it that when you are a child of somebody, when you are descended from somebody, they have the right to disrespect you and mistreat you and to be any kind of person they want to be, while you have to walk the thin line? You have to walk on ice because you're their child? I'm your child, so you get to parade around like the perfect parent when you're abusive, when you're disrespectful, when you show favoritism, when you're jealous, when you're insecure, when you're disgusting, when you're deplorable, when you're despicable. Like, we have to just put up with this, right? When I'm told I'm a disappointment, but then I tell that parent that they're a disappointment back, they don't understand why they were just told that. You just told your child that they were a disappointment. How can your child be a disappointment when two people have children? Those are two people that are supposed to be putting into that child. If you're not putting into that child, you're the disappointment. If that child doesn't have what that child needs, that's your fault. How is it that we are always blaming the children? No, the child doesn't know. But yet when people own pets, we know that pets have the IQ, or they have the intelligence of children, right? Or of infants. But we sit here and blame children like they aren't blameless, like they aren't innocent. Children are innocent. Have we forgotten this? Have y'all gotten too excited about killing babies that you forgot children are innocent? Have you forgotten that your child needs to be raised in order for you to have an opinion that is valid? You know what I'm saying? You telling your child that your child has nothing, but you never gave your child anything, makes no sense. And then you giving your child something later on in life and then trying to take pride and credit for that. It's your job. If you weren't there for 18 years and then you try to be there when your child turns 18 and you're there until they turn 28 or until they turn 38, you're like, I was there for 20 years. That still doesn't mean anything. What means something is being a parent consistently. What means something is loving your child unconditionally so they will love you unconditionally. You want unconditional love? Show unconditional love. Don't show partiality to your friends and all that, but then you're unjust to you're unjust to your own child. You're being partial, you know what I'm saying? You're being calm and collected with your enemies. Your enemies can come before you and you have no smoke for them, but you get home and you have all the smoke for your children, right? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we do? You lost in life. You were a loser in life, so now you have to make sure your child feels like a loser. Your life isn't entertaining enough, so you got to put your child on social media because you just aren't enough. Your children being your children just aren't enough. They need attention from everyone else. You need attention from everyone else. But then again, you also don't care about what other people think. Parents don't care what people think about their parenting, right? Because nobody holds them accountable. Stop protecting bad parents. Hold them accountable. Stop making excuses and show empathy towards children that have been wronged by parents to want to sit here and lambaste them and put them down because they have had terrible lives, because they had a terrible swing at life. Your terrible life What you did wrong in life has nothing to do with your child. Your child is a part of your courses, is a part of your causes. This is what you have done. You have caused a child to come into effect. You raising that child is what you are supposed to do. You caring for that child is that child owes you nothing. We owe our parents nothing until they are sick and disabled and cannot take care of themselves. Why? Because they brought us into this world, so they need to manage us. They need to make sure that their children are straight. You are making sure that your children are out here crooked as hell out here on the streets, but you won't make sure that your child is straight. Your child can be privy to anything that you want them to be privy to, but they can't be privy to how to correct you. If I can't correct a bad parent, then that person doesn't need to be my parent. If you can't correct your bad parent, disown them. Do whatever you need to do, but don't let them play you. Please don't. Choose to empathize with yourself if everyone else is just going to make excuses, because this is nonsense. Stop abusing your kids, stop doing people wrong, and take accountability for your actions. Take responsibility for your actions, and maybe you won't have to point the finger at your child. Thank you.